Hello and welcome to another video on the channel. It's been a minute since I've done one, but it's been slow up here. I ain't had much to record working on, so. But today, I have three-wheelers. Not one, but two. They're both Honda ATC110s. You can see right there. This one is in pretty good shape. It's got flaps. Plastics are decent. They got a little crack here and there, but nothing that can't be fixed. This one has most of the motor, actually pretty much everything but the pole start. And chain case is off back there, but it does have it. It is a 85 model. The tank is faded, but really no dents, no rust. Nothing like that. It's even clean inside. Of course, the cap glued itself down. That was loose last night. Can't get that with my left hand. See if I can get this one, because they're both in about the same shape inside. Yeah, there we go. Not much light, but clean inside. Very little rust. Set that back on there. Now, this one, as you might be able to tell, something funny in the front end. That would be this. I don't know how you can see it, but that's supposed to be frame, and it's not. It's rotted and twisted. I was told it had a rust spot on the bottom, and one day it fell off a trailer while it was being moved, and it folded up, bending all around. So, unfortunately, that frame might be junk. But, a lot of good parts on it. The seat needs recovered, but I believe the pan and foam's good. Plastics are obviously not in great shape, but still got mud flaps that are good on it. Got a grab bar that's good, with a tow hitch. Home-built tow hitch, but built decently. It's got pull cord, pretty much all the motor, but no air box on this one. This, I think the sticker's gone, but it is I believe it's an 81 or an 82. And this one back here is an 85. But this, I believe, is an 81 or an 82 that somebody stuck 84 tank and fender on. The frame and the fender and the tank are not all the same. I believe the fork, frame, and engine is all an 81, 82, and these are 84. That's my current figure on it, because that's not the that tank and this engine don't match up on years. So, but other than the bent up frame and the bad rear fender, most of the parts on this are good. So, you know, I've got a lot of spares. I got a tent full of parts for three-wheelers. I can probably make this into a complete three-wheeler if I want to. This one back here needs just a little bit of cleaning up. And if I can make it run and ride, this thing will be nice. It needs some wax and stuff put on it, bring plastics back up to shine. But it's in good shape. And I'm going to make these run. Or I'm going to try to anyway, in this video. But first, look at the other stuff I've got. I also got this 125 motor. Original Honda. Good compression. Don't know anything else about it. Got a major project here. 63 Valiant. As you can see, got a little rust. Needs a floor. But it'll come back around slowly. Also got a Kawasaki three-wheeler up here. This one has been one of my spare time projects, so it ain't been going very fast, but I gotta fix the tank. It's fairly rusted. But I know it runs and rides good, so I'll put some work into the tank, because I can't buy one. They're too expensive and too rare. Anyway, I'm going to get y'all on the stand and I'm gonna see if I can make one of these run. I'm gonna start with this one since it's got a pull cord on it, and it might be easier. I think either of them will run without too much though. So let's get on to it. Alright, got y'all on the stand. And I got the rear fender off so I can get to everything. First thing I notice, no boot on the wire. Got one in my stash, so go ahead and stick that guy on there first. Otherwise we won't have no spark. I guarantee it. How long is this thread on there? There we go. This plug don't reach. Why is this so short? Why is that wire that short? That's obnoxious. And pulled it out of the coil. Okay, well, that ain't gonna work. I think it'll go back up in there though. I'll find me a longer wire. See if I got one in my stash. Find me a longer wire. Just getting the end screwed down on. If you don't know, these ends and also the coil end is actually removable on most of these small engine wires. They just thread on. They thread down into the center of the wire. This one might be fun to get to go. We have to try and take this outer cap off. Yeah, it's all wet inside. This wire too big. No, it ain't too big. Just gotta get the plug up in there. Yep. Of course, like an idiot, I left that off, but I'll worry about that here in a little bit. See if it's gonna have any spark first before I go worrying about that. That'll reach. That's too long, but just see if it'll run. Plugs in there tight. Feels like it. I'm gonna get another plug to test with. Should be able to see if I got any fire. This one. Go ahead and put him in there. You gotta find the spot where it'll rest. Yeah, that ain't gonna work there. Work on it. Sure. We'll position the camera. I don't know if you'll see it or not there, but maybe. Switches in run. I seen a spark. I don't know if y'all were able to see it or not. I pulled it over a bunch to see, but I was able to see a blue spark, so I think we're good to go on that. I'm gonna bring y'all back up. Got y'all back up to your position. We got spark, so it feels like it's got compression. Do I really just toss some gasoline in this thing and see if it'll hit? I guess. Put these up here on my bench. Oh, there's gas line on the tank. I can tell if there's liquid in there or not. Can't tell. I don't know, maybe. I'm guessing not. I'll pull it and make sure. Nope. And it's in fourth gear too for some reason. Or is this an all down motor? This might be an all down motor. Okay, yeah. That's an all down motor. So down, down, down makes you go first, second, third. Alright, good enough. Got anything to spray in this? Got started fluid. Give it a little whiff. Gonna run that easy, is it? Well, that one ain't no challenge. I'm gonna go up and get me some gasoline and stick in this tank. See how many leaks it's got and if it'll run off gas. Alright, I've returned a can of gasoline. Go ahead and add me some. Don't add too much in case it leaks, which it is immediately. Okay, it's leaking out of everything. Good to know. I'm gonna put a catch pan under that. Also gonna go find me a plug real quick. I'll slow up a leak. See if it'll run for a second anyway. I don't want to run it much because it's kind of going to be blowing the exhaust straight down at the fuel leak. Maybe running it at all ain't a good idea. Because that might just light off. Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm going to get me a pinch off for that line and let it quit dripping. That's better. Should I see about hooking the exhaust up so I don't blow fire right now at the fuel leak? Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's see if I got a nut. Is this the right thread? And you know what? It is. We'll go ahead and put the pipe up on loose anyway, that way it's not trying to set me on fire. I think unfortunately one of these studs is broke off in the motor, but and also putting the exhaust on is a good idea because if you run these with no exhaust, well, if you run any motor with no exhaust, it can burn the exhaust valve. I don't know what the science is behind that, but they overheat, it will burn up, so. There, that's not in there tight, but it'll kind of keep the fire contained in the pipe. Let's see if it'll hit. Not wanting to. Choke is off, I think. See about putting it on. Unless it's way flooded, which is possible. Give it a little wet for starting fluid. See what that does. I think when it was leaking, it was pouring in the motor too. So I think it's way flooded. That's not really a surprise. So I'll go ahead and pull the plug out and spin it over, dry it off. And see if that runs it. It's not really wet. Might not be getting fuel. Could still be flooded though, so I'm gonna spin it over a little bit with that up. See if that helps at all. Go ahead and put this back in and see if I can make it hit again. All right. That might be a little much. Yeah. Okay, I broke it. I was trying to run more. Even more I put fuel in it. Interesting. I wonder if we lost a spark. I'm gonna try a different plug because this one was nasty. I've run into that plenty of times on Hondas. Plug will spark, but it won't run for some reason. It looks pretty dry. I don't think it's flooded, but is this the same plug? No, it's not. Let me go see if I got one of these. Alright, I believe this one's a different heat, but as you can see, thread length's the same. Probably just ought to shrink that gap up a little bit though. That's a little big. That's better. It's still a little big. Yeah, sure. We'll try that. See if that one runs. I put a plug that was too long in one of these motors by mistake one day. Bends the valves before it fits anything else. Specifically the intake. It just rebuilt that motor too. Okay, so it'll run off spray. Doesn't want to run off gas. Let's try feeding it a little more. I think this faceplate might be leaking so bad that it can't keep any in the bowl. Alright, this one might not run off gasoline until the carburetor gets resealed, but see if I can make it run off spray a little bit more. That one runs. I don't even see no smoke. Just wish I could get it to run a little longer, but I'll take that. Actually, let me try one last thing. Maybe the float's just stuck. That's starting fluid. Actually, hang on. Feel the leak might just be the hose. I'm gonna put a clamp on it. I notice there's fuel coming out of the hose line there. This is not going in the car. Yeah, that's good and loose. Yeah, let me try a clamp on that. It may run yet. Off fuel. Don't count it out. Wouldn't count on it, but you know, give it a chance. And it's possible this car was full of ethanol, scuds, and everything else. I'm just trying to see if it'll run at all, so. See if that leaks, or where it leaks. That's better. Heard it take fuel from the tank. And I don't see it coming out to overflow. Maybe it'll go now. Maybe it just didn't have no fuel in it. Little spritz now. It's possible that the carb's just clogged up. I ain't saying that it ain't. We're gonna make a screw. Wonder where he's at. Let me put a flat screwdriver on that. Maybe it's run all the way in. Just trying the little things here before I quit on this one, because the motor obviously does run and it doesn't seem to smoke. So half, 1, 1.5. That doesn't seem too bad. 2 turns out, that should run on most anything. Should. Got enough fuel in here to supply the carb. A little bit down in there. I think it's over the hole. Yeah, the pickup's covered. May not be running today on gas. I'm tapping on the bowl with the ratchet trying to make sure the float's not stuck up or something. I'm not letting anything in it. But I think I heard it take. And if it took and it won't run, that probably just means the jets are clogged. It won't hit on choke or off choke. But as soon as I spray it, yeah, I think it's just got clogged jets. I'll worry about that later. I know that motor runs, sounds good. It don't smoke. So I'm gonna move on to the next one. I'll see y'all in a couple minutes. All right, I'll move the camera back to this machine. Other one we got to run, just not off gasoline. I'm guessing the carb's clogged. I'll worry about that later. It does function though. This one, I've got no exhaust, so won't run it long. Don't want to burn the valve, but I can still see if it'll run for 5-10 seconds. First, I'm going to pull the rear fender and airbox lid, because this one's got a full airbox, and make sure there's no mouse nest or debris in there that I don't want in the motor. Oh yay, 4 of these long screws. How bad is that air filter? I'm gonna pull that off and run it without one. I think that'll be an improvement. This one's not real nice. Yeah. I'm gonna pull that off. Oh, don't even need a screwdriver. It's got a good can in it, but go over there for now. Oh, no. It just separated. Okay. I'm gonna pull that off and clean that out a little bit. I don't want it sucking all that filter media in the motor. That's why you always check that. Even if it's a clean looking filter, if it's all disintegrated like that, it'll suck the foam in the motor. That's a bunch. That'll work. God damn. Whew. That scared the daylights out of me. Jesus Christ. Well, that one runs too well. It's probably why it didn't want to take off. It's running full throttle. Well, shit. I don't think I blew it up. It's not running anymore right now, I can tell you that. I'm pulling that carb off. That's got way too much throttle. Well, way too much air leak. One of the two. Oh, that scared me. I'm not gonna lie, that scared the shit out of me. But it runs. It does run. I ran out the building because I seen a bunch of sparks coming off of it when it took off. I didn't know if it was getting ready to blow the flywheel off of it. It must just been the drill. Well, that one runs too. I'll come back here later and do up carburetors on them and see if I can get them to start and run a little slower and a little more off gasoline. But yeah, that one runs. Hopefully it didn't hurt it doing that. I don't think so. But I'll be back here later. But I'm gonna get on some other stuff for the day for now. But I'll come back. I'm taking this carburetor off. One that decided to do 5,000 RPM. I found two possible causes of that. One, yeah, there's supposed to be rubber there to cover that hole. I don't know for sure that'll make them run away because it should go inside the throttle barrel. That shouldn't really be able to go down in the motor, but it might. Let's see about this barrel here. Yep, I think that could leak air. Maybe, yeah, it could. That could leak around the barrel. That shouldn't make it high idle real bad though. What was probably most of it is that's not bolted on the other side. There's no bolt. So that was probably just, yeah, can you see the light through there? Just, you know, pulling a bunch of air through. Or if it was tipped, it may have even been gapped somewhere. Yeah. High quality there. Check your carburetors before you start stuff. Oh yeah, right there's where it was drawing all the air. That may even be, that carburetor might be screwed. It needs a thick gasket in there anyway. Or that might just be because there's no bolt over there. I don't know. Otherwise it don't look too bad. I'm still going to pull it off and pull the bowl and check everything, but I think that was the issue, was that missing bolt and the missing rubber. So, alright. I said I'd be back. Here I am. As you can see, it's changed a little bit. It's back together, and we're outside, out in the great green grass. Not really a whole lot went on. I fixed the carburetor. You saw what the problem was there. And I did a couple of odds and ends, got the brakes unstuck, but not really much of interest, so I didn't record much of it. Actually, none of it, but it is back up and going now. I got a good air filter in it. I have started it since. I should have recorded that, but I forgot to. It doesn't run away. So now we're going to take a little video of me riding it. If you're wondering what happened to the other one, well, that's up here. That's not its gas tank, but this is the remainder of that one. And some other miscellaneous parts I need to move down to my storage. I cut the front of the frame off because the frame is junk. As you can see, it is quite pretty. But I pulled literally everything off of that frame that will come off. I even pulled the rubber grommets out of it for the wiring, where the wiring goes in and out of the frame. The rubber grommets that keep it from getting a hole rubbed in it. I even pulled them off, so. But yeah, it's all loaded up here on the bright yellow trailer. Ready to go down to my storage behind the bayou. It's still doing good. But I'm going to set y'all in a stand, and we'll go ahead and ride this guy a little bit. Well, as you can see, runs pretty decent. It is smoking a little bit, but I think a lot of that is the muffler on this is not, it did not come with it. And the muffler that I put on it came off of one of my other 110s. The motor was worn out on it. It was burning oil terrible. I believe the muffler is coated with oil. So it doesn't smoke hardly at all when it's cold. That muffler starts to get hot the whole way through. It smokes. So I think it's burning the oil out of the muffler. But I pulled the cage off so it ain't eating my leg. But I don't know. Pretty good machine. Let's see if we got lights. Yeah, that's on. Just dim. See it's smoking a little bit. Anyway, that ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. So, that's gonna about do it for this episode. Because as you can see, the other one's tore apart. And if you're wondering where the motor went, it's not on the trailer. It's staying in the air-conditioned building because it runs. Keep it on the dry shelf. Everything else be going in a tent to stay out of the rain and the sun. But this thing is ready to sell. I'm going to put it up on the marketplace, I believe. I've got a couple of people that I know that are interested in it already, so see if they buy it first. But that's what I bought it to do, was fix it and sell it. And this one didn't take much. I paid about $500 for this, and I put probably 70 in it. So if I get seven or 800 out of it, I'll be doing good. I think I will. So, but I hope y'all have enjoyed this. Should be more videos coming soon because work's finally picked up. I actually got some customer stuff to do, so I'll record some of that hopefully. But that's gonna do it for now. If you enjoyed it, stick around, watch for another one, and if you didn't, find somebody else to watch.